Someday I will be able to get to that mission after dealing with what's over there first. Kind of a tongue twister. How's it going, everybody? My name is Ace Streamline, and welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. Yep, I've pretty much gotten to the point where I've done all the affinity missions I could at the moment. However, there are still a lot of heart-to-hearts and some other side normal missions to be take care of. With, oh, I thought there was another mission over there. Am I going nuts, or does it only appear at certain times? Let's see. Let me change the time for a second. Could have sworn there was one over there. Let me try again. I could be going a little nuts. But I need to be sure. Maybe it only appears at nighttime? Because I thought there was still one more I had to do. Over in Oblivia that was by the Wrothian stronghold. Yep, I was correct. I am not going nuts. It just only appears at nighttime. Seriously, I did not expect that. It's kind of a pain when they only appear at certain times, though. Alrighty, let's go find it. But yeah, honestly, I can't wait to have all the extra stuff done, so that way I can finally move on with the extra bits of this, with the story of the Definitive Edition, yeah. Okay, it's right there. Leaving the nest. I guess it might not be in the Wrothian stronghold, and it could actually be outside. Well, back to my skill. Gotta find it. Oh yeah, I saw it there for a minute. And it is down below. Why didn't I see it when I went in there? I am confused. Hi guys. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I can see that it appears right there, but it's underneath me. Problem is, I didn't see it inside the Wrothian stronghold. Let's try looking again. I am so confused. But that tends to happen. I kind of wish I could just put a beacon on the thing. That way I could know exactly where to find it. But alas, this is not Skyward Sword or Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, it should be straight ahead of me. You know, I hate it when things are invisible until I get closer sometimes. Dadgummit. I apologize for my confusion there. Not long now until the duel. I am a dead man. Why did it have to be like this? I only ever wanted the freedom to live as I choose. You are human. Hold, human. I would have a moment of your time, for I have encountered many rumors of New LA and wish to hear of it, and one who lives there. I'll answer. You are too kind. Yes, I see. What a stimulating place. Truly, the more I hear of your city, the more amazing it sounds. I would very much like to visit it someday, but alas, I am kept in here. But hearing your stories only makes me more determined to see it for myself. For you see, we Wrothians have had nothing so exciting back home. In my mind's eye, it's a bustling and beautiful nothing, like the drab gloom of a Wrothian city. Why, I wager you see new and surprising things every day. Well, in a certain sense, yeah. I am so envious. I would give anything to live in a place like that. And I could work as a blade, taking on whatever duties I liked, free from my stuffy Wrothian traditions and obligations. Speaking of which, what manner of work do you do? You certainly have the look of a warrior. Well, I'll explain anyway. A blade? Fate truly has smiled upon me this day. So blades are merchants that do tasks for others, yes? Even people of other races? In that case, I would cry your aid, mighty blade. You know that rhymes. For I have been challenged to a duel by a fellow Wrothian. My foe has the strength of many men. And while I am not one to back down from a fight, I know when I am outclassed. Is there any way you could act as my proxy and defeat my enemy for me? If you would like. Blessed day. I was quite worried. You see, my foe is rather upset with me. If I fought, he'd likely beat me half to death, or perhaps even all the way. How'd things come to this point? It's complicated. Perhaps some things are simply better left unsaid. I ask instead for you to clear your mind and focus on the duel to come. I will say, however, that my foe has not wronged me so greatly. Try not to hurt him too much if possible. Oh, and if after your great victory you can strike a heroic pose and cry out, "The Ezich is now free," that would be perfect. Alright then. Kinda hoping this will be the last mission that appears here in the Wrothian stronghold, that way I can concentrate entirely on New LA. You know, come to think of it, I do remember seeing that there was like more missions and then less missions sometimes, so it explains that this mission only appears at night. That answers my question. Why it looked like I kept seeing more or less. Yeah, that's right, you got a bunch of giant robots in front of you, dude. Well, you've got a skull, so we're even. He is late. What is he thinking? Surely he would not have turned craven and run at the last hour. Yes, human. Do you have business with me? You know, I'm getting a little paranoid. Let me do a check here. Okay, there are 2 routes to this mission, but it's not about death. Just about, well, not wanting to see like a family scolding. So, I'm gonna make sure to go the A route, because I find that result to be better. I mean, I haven't done this mission before, so I don't know what either one looks like. Yeah, I'll just say challenge here, but later there's going to be something that says approve or scold, so challenge. What? He will not come and fight himself? Not only does he flout the Wrothian ways, he casts aside his pride as well. I have had enough. I will defeat you here and now, then go put an end to his cowardice for good. It is my responsibility as the one who brought him into this world, and while you are an innocent pawn in my son's games, I will not hesitate to cut you down. Hey, you're not the only one with a giant robot here.
They've seen us.
I shall provide
Everyone transform and get ready for battle. No challenge. You are strong, human, but why does a warrior of your caliber serve as a sellsword for my darnable fool of a son? And that will be him. Now I am free of your tyranny, father, free of your house and the Wrothian ways. My new life in New LA begins now. That's kind of a like heavy prompt right there. Have you no pride at all? God, darn the skill! Move, move! Ha 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 ha! You were the one who said I could do what I wanted if I beat you. Do not, proud Wrothians such as you always keep their word. Thank you, Ace. I have dreamed of this forever, but you finally made it come true. Yeah, maybe I'll, question this. Did I not mention it? Well, some while ago, I told my parents I wanted to leave the Wrothian hideout and go live on my own in New LA. Both of them were furious. They accused me of abandoning my duty to Prince Jard. You know he's standing right over here, right? We had a huge row over it. And in the end, my father said I could leave only if I defeated him in combat. But then you came along and saved the day. Thanks to your efforts, I'm a free man. Now I shall... Uh-oh. Diazich, you have no shame. Or do you have no shame? Your outrageous behavior, your insults to Sazon, head to the House of Deep. I have seen it all. Hello, Mother. I have tolerated your shallow behavior unbecoming of a Wrothian for love of the child I bore into this world. But that ends here, and since I am responsible for giving you life, I must be the one to end it. Egads, my mother becomes crazy when she is this angered. She might have been mad enough to kill me. But, you won't let that happen, right? I know you can stop her. Yeah, I'll help you out. Oh, whew, thank you, my friend, and good luck. What is your intent, human? Will you aid this fool? Then I shall end both of you where you stand. I'm no pushover. Do not worry. I shall follow you in death as soon as I am finished. Now accept your fate. Yeah, right. That's not gonna happen. You got it.
I'll cut him down and destroy. Move in and strike.
Know your people.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you're dealing with someone with immense power. Though it could be improved with augments, I guess. Someday. Hello, Diazich. Yes! Now I am truly free! It is just as they say, justice always triumphs in the end. My mother and father are far too uptight. It's always Wrothian pride this, Prince Jarg that. Duty, glory, and pride can all go hang. Give me a drink, dice, and dozens of dames. I'll take whatever, so long as it's fun. Starting today, I am joining human society and doing what I will, when I will. So long, Wrothians, and good riddance. Farewell, Ace. I shall see you back in New LA. And this is where the Route A, Route B thing starts. I don't want him to get, like, too much of a punishment from his parents. I mean, you can't just, give a child your entire life and deprive them of freedom. You have to let them go someday. So, I'll approve. Goodbye, the stifling Wrothian culture. Oh, and I shall pay you for your help once I make it to the city, hero. Safe travels to you. You're welcome. That was pretty cool. I mean, yeah, you gotta let your children leave the nest someday. As long as they're capable of maintaining themselves, then that's fine. Yep, we see some of the tree prone there. Oh, you humans are truly amazing. Running a city like this one, like this, just wall away from. Sorry, running a city like this, just one wall away from a monster-infested wilderness. You all have a sense of purpose, yet you live free and enjoy your own lives. I'm so very glad I escaped that miserable cave. Enjoy your freedom, dude. My favorite word. From here on out, I will not live my life for Gajarg or the pride of the Wrothians. I am finally going to live life for myself back home. They would have torn into me for wanting that. They'd call it shallow and, feckless. But I call it happiness, whatever comes of it. Good or ill, I can accept it. Here, this is my thanks for all you've done. It's no small sum, but I'm feeling flush with cash after selling off my sword. Thanks. And yet another second recon complete. Yep, that's all good. Though I do want to get the Duel Part 2 out of the way, so let's go deal with that. I've been meaning to deal with that one for the past couple of parts. Of course, I have a lot of things to do. I'm not going to be able to fit them all in one video. Better to segment it. How you doing, Gizang?
Very well.
Oh no, it's the mighty warrior from before. I thought fate might see fit to cross our paths again, and here we are. Shall we celebrate this happy accident with a quick round of sparring? Well, I accept, but not in this particular location. Ahaha! You are truly a wonder, my friend. However, the last time I started fighting in the streets, I received a severe tongue lashing from the humans. Some weak-livered hand-wringing about public safety. How does Noctilum strike you as a backdrop instead? It's a perfect spot to apply some of the classic 100 Helians guerrilla warfare tactics. This will be a different match than our last, I assure you. So then, shall we battle? Sure thing. I knew you would say that. How amusing. I've only crossed blades with you once before, but we already feel like old companions of war. I agree. My master always said that if I truly wanted to grow, I must find a rival who could be both my closest friend and strongest enemy. I wager that he had someone like you in mind. I shall go ahead to the entrance of Noctilum. When you are ready, meet me at the bridge that is known as the Elephant's Trunk. Sure thing, but gonna have to give me a minute. Let's see. Will it be raining when I get over here? I do not know. Obviously, it is not raining. I have no idea how to make it rain in this spot just to find this tyrant. May have to look it up at some point. I don't know, maybe they're just rare weather conditions. Who knows? But there is a beautiful aurora up there. Speaking of auroras, though, will one appear right here? Nope, but at least I know what the aurora icon looks like. And just to humor myself, will fog happen if I go over here? Well, it's raining, ironically. Should have been raining over in Oblivia. Yeah, I need to be fog, not rain, so fudge. Why is it that the wrong weather conditions happen in the wrong regions? Still. Might as well go and fight some of the more obvious tyrants that I still have to fight in Caldros. I mean, there's not too many more, so. In terms of segment recon. Now, where's that Zedong? That's a Zerg, but I don't think it's a Tyrant. Nope, it is not. I can destroy that thing in one hit anyway. Aha! I wasn't actually certain it was here, but convenient that I would find the Zedong in this space.
I'll get the jump on him. Attack up close.
Time to plug my skills.
Here's a good spot. Open fire.
Leaking it down first.
It's light field.
This is a very tight space, but you're still not strong enough to survive the Agastra cannon.
And I shall onward then.
Yeah, I'm just glad that Zedong didn't have a reflection barrier like the one over in Noctilum. Okay, that's done. Always except with Flaming Hail. There is no Flaming Hail right now, so I can go towards that one. I would fast travel, but there's not much of a point. Plus, weather tends to change up every time I fast travel, so. Aha! Of course it had to be a giant. Let's see. Aim for the weak points.
Here's a good spot. Open fire.
You're not so tough.
My marksmanship
Come on.
also no equal.
Launching Avatara missile. Victory is ours!
Done.
You put in my path. Bear me no ill.
As for the one next to it, it always appears. And I got a segment reward on that. However, are there any significant information bits in this camp? Yes.
Alright, so guess what?
Yeah, I do have to admit, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 was enjoyable in its own way. I just kind of wish, well, they could have done a little more with the interlink forms. Excuse me. Aha! I find the tyrant. Might as well just finish him off the fast way, or no, just use Agni Gatling.
Agni Gatling! First in, first to win. Victory is ours!
Hope I didn't get in the way.
Okay. Offhand, I can see that there's a total of 4 tyrants. Electromagnetic Storm. Yeah, usually that happens over in Oblivia. Let's see. Daytime. Nighttime. Nighttime. It is currently nighttime. So, I should get over there fast. Why is it that I need to fight some of these tyrants in weather conditions that happen in other regions? I don't get it. Okay. See if I can find these tyrants real quick. Yeah, not going towards the subspace portal. Still, I wonder, is there anything in this hole down here? Nope. Perhaps the tyrant I'm searching for is... thought I heard something. I was gonna say, perhaps the tyrant I'm searching for is up above. Yeah, I don't have much time before the nighttime ends. Is the tyrant seriously inside there? Well, now I gotta change the time. Keep it nighttime. Let's take a look-see, shall we? I was right. Not too strong. And besides, I'm level 94.
Open fire!
Nice throw. Almost charged.
Time to plumb my skills.
Okay, here comes the pain!
Rondo!
My turn. Move in and keep the rhythm going. Side flex.
I feel lighter already!
I owe you one.
You're welcome.
Nice. Move in and do some damage. I owe you one.
Okay, here comes the pain!
Switch to close range combat.
Well, that was not hard at all. Of course, I still have to up myself like 5 levels, but at least I found that tyrant. Petramand appears at nighttime. Alright, get back in your skells, guys. That ship does actually look pretty awesome from a distance, I will admit. Kind of curious about that one. It's not important. But I want to destroy it anyway. Fire. Oh man, that thing's tough.
Let's see him chew on this.
This is it. Flying field. Got the edge. You wish. Yeah.
Know your people.
Launching Avatara missile.
Think harder.
Apparently their skills are no match for it.
I promise I'll fix it right.
Bashra flail.
I'll touch. Fire fireball.
Eat this.
Cannon. Victory is out.
There we go.
Hope I don't get in the way.
Of course, now I gotta repair their skills and come back. Yeah, I haven't, well, I'm halfway through the video. Let's get your skills repaired. Alright, I've only got 2 more, tyrants to search for, so... Prepping for takeoff. Alright, it's still nighttime, so where do I find that one tyrant in particular that's around this hexagon? That couldn't be it, could it? Nope.
Engaging.
I'll destroy it anyway.
Let's see him chew on this.
I've got a mighty blow. Into the fray.
Don't let him.
You wish.
Fire.
Come on.
Bashra flail.
Oh, come on, guys. Well, now, Prince Gajarg lost his skull. I think I've already defeated that tyrant before, but I'll destroy it anyway.
Agasuna cannon. This team never loses.
You stood in my path. Bear me no ill will.
Now, where's that tyrant? I don't see anything of importance up here. It's gotta be around here somewhere. Sorry, Prince Gajarg. Yeah, normally lava hitting water like that would turn to stone. Oh, now enemies start appearing here. They were invisible at first. Still nighttime. Oh, there it is. Why you take forever to appear?
Agasuna cannon. Here's a good spot. Hope this team never loses.
That all? Onward then.
Okay, over here. Now, I do have to change the time to daytime. Then the remaining tyrants will, well, One is going to be too powerful for me right now, while the bunch of others only appear under certain weather conditions that I've never seen happen in their designated areas, except in other regions. Sheesh. So, yeah. After this, I'll go back and repair Prince Gajarg's skull. And then I'll continue on with the duel, as well as doing other things. This place looks a lot better with this particular kind of sky. I see nothing in here. Of course, it's where I fought Lao when he was using the Prague Ares. But if you ask me, I'm probably using a more superior version of the Ares he was using. There's nothing up above. Where would that tyrant be?
Into the fray.
Right in front of me.
Exploit the opening.
Akasuna cannon!
I think this whole field.
Victory is out!
Yes, nice work.
Yeah, don't get in firing range of the Agasra cannon or you're finished. Did you trip over someone?
I shall provide cover fire. Exploit the opening.
Deploying field. We've got the edge.
Launching Avatara missile!
Take
I
this.
felt a mighty blow.
Now,
Into the fray.
how's this?
And yeah, 90% surveyed, I get a lot of money out of that. Alright, so the only tyrants left, that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one's just eventual. But in any case, I should get my skull repaired. Well, Prince Gajarg's skull. And I gotta get over to Noctilum. Well, for the most part, I ended up getting one big objective out of the way. Minus the fact that some tyrants will only appear in certain weather conditions. Might have to look more into that later. Not right now, though. Yeah, I think I've already searched this area for significant information, and I see none, so... Everyone get your skills. This makes it a lot easier to travel. Yeah, I've already defeated you before, as thick-skinned as you are. Hello. Well, if I can use my skills during... skills during this. That would definitely be overkill, but... just checking my camera wasn't frozen. Oh, apologies, warrior. I was lost in thought. Shocking, I know. I was just struck by how beautiful this forest is. It reminds me of the land where I was helped. Or whelped. I'll inquire. I appreciate you showing an interest. I can fill you in as we go. Woodland combat is bound to take us a while. Now let us commence this fight, my friend. Good luck spotting me out here. Yep. All that matters is just getting over to the objective area. Yep. Gotta love the soundtrack sometimes. To think I used to be weak and feeble going through here before. Not anymore. Hello. Walk over here, please. Thank you. Of course, Tatsu is very slow. Not bad. I was camouflaged with the forest most thoroughly, and yet you spotted me. If sneak attacks are out, there is nothing left but a head-on showdown. You're on.
Didn't have to be engaging. Lay down some fire for me.
I'm not charged.
That's it. Move in and keep the rhythm going.
Myopic speed!
Fly! Thunder!
On it. Take this.
Got it. Lay down some cover fire.
Let's
You
see
got
you
it.
chew on this.
Powerful blade!
Of course, another indigen has to get involved.
Power!
Ha! I feel lighter
That's
already.
how you think. We'll do it.
Five! I've run them through. Now, take it to
Okay.
them!
Nice play.
Not bad!
Fire!
Fire!
Empower yourself!
Executioner!
Scream.
Oh. I was trying to do a thing of hitting both targets, but apparently I just had to take him down anyway. Whoa, that was close. You nearly steamrolled me, my friend. You fight much like my master, quick and deadly, with no wasted movement. I'll agree. Such unwavering confidence is probably where those moves all stem from. You would have made an amazing Hylian had you been born in the hidden village. I'll inquire. It was the 100 Hylians' home where I grew up, tucked deep in the woods, far from prying eyes. We spent our days training without pause. The Wrothian way is to face the enemy head-on and crush them, though through skill and power. But some fights cannot be won by honorable struggle alone. At such times, would they summon the 100 Hylians, we honed our blades and lurked in unseen places, taking down problems and with ambush and guile. Each of us was a one-man army. One time, the 100 of us fought back a force of 30,000 strong. Wow, seriously? The Wrothians won much glory thanks to our shadowy support. We were a proud band of warriors. Ah, how I miss them. ... Apologies, we are still in the middle of a match. Being in this forest is bringing back memories. But it won't be so easy to find next time. I'll prove to you that no one can out-gorilla a Hylian. Right, and yet I can still find you with the destination marker. Or objective marker, whatever you want to call it. Thanks for getting over here instantly. You find me here as well. You are a tough one to fool. You'll make this fun, though. Let us continue. Right then.
They've seen us.
Engaging. Lay down some fire.
She's uncharged.
Fire.
Myopic speed!
Well, mix.
Subterfuge!
Suck nice. Move in and do some damage.
Okay.
You got it.
Powerful Bondo!
Fire! Thunder!
Powerful blade!
That's the density. Move in and keep on them going.
Take this.
Woohoo!
Side flex. Fire! Thunder!
Powerful blade!
Beam bomb.
Well,
Powerful
You got it.
Got it. Lay down some cover fire.
Defeated again. The 100 Helions fighting style was passed down from parent to child. My life was an endless string of training from the moment my master took me in. And the day he stepped down from active duty, I inherited this sword as proof I was a Helion. But I am to prove that I am done learning. Or sorry, I aim to prove that. Or I am not done learning. Man, I am messing up the dialogue. I apologize. I refuse to bring shame to my master, nay, my grandfather. He who has raised me with so much care. I shall be waiting for you deeper in the woods. Come ready to settle this match, yeah. 3 times the charm, huh? Yeah, you expect me to hike all the way up there? No way, I'm flying. By the way, this Snow Pond Bridge is a discoverable location, in case you guys didn't know that. Some locations I also discovered on my own time would be the Bident Crossing over there, and probably the Middle Hush Flood. Yeah, sometimes I accidentally discover locations when I'm just going around trying to grind. And check out all that cash I've got. Gotta use my Machio tickets on something soon. 3 times the charm, Gizang. Enough. You made it clear that clever tricks won't get me anywhere with you. No more guerrilla tactics. From this point forward, now we fight face to face as warriors. I am Gizang, last survivor of the 100 Helions, and interior of my master's sword. I draw on it. Ow! Darneth! I bit my tongue. You bit your tongue? You seriously bit your tongue? Oh my gosh. I was not expecting you to bite your tongue like that. Can you try your line again? Yes, that didn't count. I am Gizang, last survivor of the 100 of the darnest. I'm such a mess, aren't I? Duff. I'm a mess. One moment of blurg. Good grief, that really stings. My grandfather always said a warrior needs to introduce himself before fighting a duel, so I've practiced that line over and over. And with your tongue, so that way you'll be talking like this. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. But such formal odes have always come hard to me. Let us have a good fight, shall we? Here we go.
On into the fray.
Let's do this.
Attack that one!
Our whole blade! Into diffuse! Light up extreme!
You do realize you're on the edge of the cliff, right?
Not bad! Our whole rondo! Our whole blade!
Side slash beam bomber.
Take this.
High thunder!
Move in and keep the rhythm going.
You got it.
Take this!
Fire particle.
Primer.
Pretty tough, huh?
I have brought them! Now take it to them!
And he's done, standing over there. I was wondering why this segment was up. Yeah, it's that normal mission that I'm doing right now. Oof, you are stronger than the last time. If anything, I feel as if there's even more distance between us now. My grandfather would be ashamed were he around to see it. I must work harder. I'll ask about relations. He fought back a prone force 200 deep single-handed. He was the hero of the 100 Helians. I was an orphan of war, but he took me in and raised me as his own, grooming me to be his successor. He was a stern and unforgiving man. If ever I begged off in practice, he would throw me down a waterfall without batting an eye. Well, that's cruel. But on days I truly pushed myself to my limits, he would prepare his famous Yatara shroom stew and regale me with stories of battles past. Ah, memories. That stew was divine. A shame I won't get the chance to taste it again. I'll inquire. The rest of the 100 Helians have moved on from this life. Our strength existed solely to preserve the kingdom. That was our creed, and we held to it, fighting the ganglion even after the Wrothians bent the knee. They burned our forests, our houses, our families. I was the only one who survived. My grandfather also achieved the honorable end of a true warrior with his dying breath. He bade me use his sword to save the Wrothian people. I did not have the chance to die with the rest of them, for Prince Jarg forbade it. He's standing right behind me, you know. Instead, I lived and became a pawn of the ganglion. I will never suffer that humiliation again. This time, I shall avenge my friends, whatever the cost. And for that, I need strength enough to stand unbowed against anyone. Then I can go on living for them. Meanwhile, I hope we might spar again sometime. Here, this is for going to the trouble of coming all the way out here. Yeah, just don't bite your tongue again. As funny as it was. And for listening, it feels good to share some of the burdens which lie heavy on my heart. Until we meet again, my friend. And that's done. Segment recon complete in Noctilum. Oh, and in the administrative district too. I don't know if there's a Duel 3 though. I gotta complete all these at some point though. Yep, there's a Duel Part 3. Of course. That's to be dealt with sometime. Yeah, I don't have too much time left. Although I do still have some tyrants in every region to defeat except Primordia. Well, they're all going to have to be dealt with another day. But I'll just go ahead and say that this one is not an option until I have all the research requirements done in order to take that darn thing down. That's not going to be easy. All things considered, though, I'm glad I'm making some progress anyway. Let's see. Mia, late night. And that one requires a dog. Early morning, nighttime. Dog, 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 and morning. I think it's still the morning right now, isn't it? I wasn't paying attention to the time in the top right corner, so sue me if, well, I'm not paying attention. Yeah, it's not morning. Yeah, I need it to be morning, so let's fix that. There we go.
Yup.
And it rains over here. Hey there, Alexa. Skill fanatic. Well, Lynn's kind of a skill fanatic too. They call these skulls yellow hammers. That's strange. The one I got was a dozer. Okay, a mechanic named Matthew calls him that, and it hasn't really caught on at all, but still really cool. Apparently, the two-wheeled type is too underpowered for construction work, so they use a four-wheel model. Now that makes sense. In other respects, it's basically identical to the models used by Blade, but they paint it a different color, and of course give it a bunch of industrial attachments. Still, if you remove the attachments and revert it to its initial configuration, you can equip it with Blade skill weapons, no sweat. Yeah, I figured that part out. Furthermore, yeah, I don't want to be rude and interrupt, so I'll admire. What? Oh no, I'm really not that good at this stuff. I'm still learning, you know. I couldn't possibly keep up with any of the veteran mechanics. Still, I've enjoyed every single day since we've landed here on Mira. Yes, we have a lot to learn. People get angry at me. Lives are in danger. The Ganglion are a bunch of jerks. That's an understatement of the century. And blah blah blah. I get it. All that sucks. But I've never been this excited about anything before, and that drives me to work as hard as I can. Oh, whoops. I promised Tika I'd help her test that new weapon after this. She'll be furious if I'm late. Sorry I spent this whole time talking your ear off. Next time, I'll give you a chance to talk. Sure. Dragon's Maw. Yeah, it begs the question why you can't really see, well, I thought Prince Gajarg would have more heart-to-hearts at some point, but he only had 3. But some other characters don't really have too many either. Bose, Doug, Gwyn. The Alexa's over there now, and now she requires a dog. All these in the residential district are dog required. That's just nighttime, early morning, late night, afternoon with a dog. So, yeah, I don't want to concentrate on putting on a dog right now. So, let's go over to Hope. And what's going on with hiding back here, Hope? Well, actually you're not hiding. Okay.
Small world, huh?
Good morning, Ace. To think I'd run into you here of all places. I've actually just completed a mission. I'll support. Oh, it was fine, thank you. It wasn't a very challenging task at all. I performed guard duty for someone doing early morning maintenance on the outer wall. Fortunately, we didn't encounter any indigents, and the work was completed without incident. I just stood there, like a scarecrow the entire time, so I didn't even accept the reward. Once I've earned enough money to cover the next month's expenses, I decline additional rewards. Previously, I would only save an amount equal to a week's expenses, but Ornella convinced me to save more in case of emergencies. I pursue missions to help others, not for material gain. And for that reason, I prefer to refuse rewards whenever possible. Well, I praise your selflessness, at least. Thank you for saying so. Honestly, I haven't met many people who approve of my stance on this matter. While it hasn't caused me to waver in my beliefs, it's always encouraging to have someone's support. As a gardener, I've always been fond of this quote, "Money is like manure. It does no good unless you spread it around." And extra money just stinks. It's not actually part of the quote, but I think the spirit is there at least. Money can do wonderful things to help people, but if you let it find its way to choose who you need it. Oh, sorry, only if you let it find its way to those who need it. I'd encourage you to try doing a mission without accepting the reward. I've kind of already done that. Needless to say, I'd be honored to be on your team when that happens. Nothing wrong with having some generosity, I guess. Now, let's see. Yep, she's over in the residential district now, and all 6 of them require dogs. Yep. Dog, 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 dog. So at this point, 7 of them require dogs. Yeah, I guess I'll do one more and call it good. Talk to Mia real quick. Yeah, when I'm at the point where I have no choice but to have a dog in the barracks, then I'll do a little switch. Just gotta change the time to late night. There we go. Hey, Mia.
Oh, I see.
Shh, I'm trying to think here. Don't interrupt. Now, how exactly am I supposed to get in and out of Sakuraba Industries without being detected? Night security seems pretty airtight, so I may need to go during the day. Maybe I can pretend... hack that up, sorry. Pretend to be part of the cleaning crew. I just need a mop. Huh? Chief, is that you? I was just thinking out loud. Yeah, that's the ticket. More meaningless blabber from good old Mia. Well, I'll pretend I didn't hear anything. That's a lie, Chief. A dirty, dirty lie. I know you heard all my secret thoughts that I was sitting here speaking out loud. Pretty funny coincidence how you always happen to be right over my shoulder during key parts of this job. Oh, you heard me all right. You waited until you had everything you needed, then you decided to reveal yourself. Pretty sneaky, sneaky, Chief. But I'm not going to let you steal this mission from me. I took it, and I'm glad to be the one to finish it. So stop trying to thief all my business. Yeah. Anything I can do to help? Help from old Chief himself? I suppose that is tempting. I mean, this is a tough job, and there are some things I could use help with. But nope, I gotta do it myself. It's scary doing it alone, but also less risky. So if you really want to help, just give me your full trust and support, okay, Chief? That's all I want. Now I need to work out plans B, C, and D, so you'll have to excuse me. We'll talk again once this is over. Well, once all this is over. Yeah. Suspicious indeed. But I prefer not to hit an ally all the time, so... Let's see. Where is Mia now? Looks like she's right over there now. Late night. I can't tell if she's inside the ship or inside the test hangar. But it's still late night. I might as well just talk to her real quick anyway. Woohoo! On board the ship. Or it could be on top of this building. Or just outside of it. Oh, okay, so the other one is not on the ship. But L is definitely on the ship there. I think I might actually want to talk to him too. That one has to be early morning. What's going on, Mia? Chief! Guess the cat's out of the bag, huh? Did you kill those men? Killed? No, not really. Just taught them a little lesson. The movie stones are a lot tougher than they look. I guess I can tell you what happened now. I've been on a deep cover operation, super cloak and dagger type stuff. And the client was Sakura Industries themselves. They wanted me to snare some group who was trying to steal information about their new weapon. If the information had leaked out to a rival company, or worse, one of our enemies, it would have been a really bad scene. We were having our first meeting about the job when you ran into me that night in the residential district. And when you saw me in the commercial district, that was when they were having me steal steal the intel. The intel was fake, of course. Just some sham to give to the group that was trying to steal for reals. And today was the first day I sprung the trap and arrested the conspirators. So what do you think? Pretty neat, huh? I'll tease. Except that your constant interference almost blew the whole darn thing. But thankfully my expert improvisation saved the day and brought the mission to a flawless end. Also, doing it all by myself helped to boost my confidence. I'm gonna keep taking harder and harder missions. And before you know it, I'll have a new rival on you'll have a new rival on your hands. A rival so cool. Whatever you say. Alright, I'll talk to L on board the man on ship and call it good. Guess I'll talk to HP on that side of the ship too someday. Yep, over there. How you doing, El?
Oh!
What a pleasing coincidence to see you here, Ace. Or perhaps, is it destiny? After enjoying some idle chit-chat with Mr. Nagi, we were attempting to play a little word game that he taught to us. It is a game played by many Earth cultures called Shiritori, word chain, and Antakshari, among other names. The rules are simple. Choose a word that begins with the final sound of the previous word, yet our attempts to play have all ended in failure. Yeah, gotta think critically on that one. I'll play. We are most grateful. Then, if we may be so bold, would you choose a word with which to start the game? I'll say blade. An interesting gambit. Then we must respond with a word that begins with a D sound. How about district? It's strange how we don't seem to have any problem playing this game with you, but we were so unsuccessful when playing with others. Unsuccessful, yeah. Theorize. We do not believe that was the issue. The Manon and Nopon with whom we played were quite confident that they understood the rules completely. And yet... Oh, of course. How could... Excuse me. How could we have missed it? The answer is obvious. Each of the players in the game was speaking an entirely different language. We were speaking English. The Nopon was speaking Nopon, and the Manon was speaking Manon. Somehow we were able to communicate, but of course, the sounds that formed our words would have differed from language to language. How could we have failed to notice that? So we must attain a sufficient level of fluency in the Manon language to play word games properly. It's settled then. If you excuse me, we have a great deal of studying to do. And yep, that's the first bit of survey I've done on the Manon ship. Yep. Dog, 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 dog. That one requires a cat, which I still have on hand. But I've been at this long enough. So I'm just gonna end this by looking cool on the front of the ship. I think it's too high to jump, isn't it? Okay, I can do it without my skill. This thing is huge. Yep, impressive view from up here, isn't it? You can almost see the entirety of New LA from up here. Well, yeah. While I'm looking cool on the front of this big Manon ship, thank you guys very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. God bless, and until next time, this is Ace Streamlines signing off.